Hello and welcome back to Linus Nunchaku, where today I'll be teaching you how to make a set of usable, durable, metal nunchucks that will allow you to get spinning easily using stuff that you probably have laying around your house. This set of nunchucks is quite robust and will make a great addition to any nunchuck collection. However, if making your own nunchucks is too much work for you, I'll also be linking a set of great beginner nunchucks in the description below for you to check out. Before we begin, nunchucks are banned in some areas, so be sure to check with your local guidelines to make sure that you're being responsible. A variety of items similar to the ones that I'm using in this tutorial will be linked in the description below. However, I would suggest looking around your house first to determine if you have some of these laying around to make it easier for you. The first thing that you will need is a metal rod. Whether it is one single rod that is around 20 to 24 inches in length, or you'll already have two pieces of rod that are around the same size, you'll be able to make a set of nunchucks. For this video, I'll be going with a lightweight aluminum rod that is around 3/4 of an inch in diameter and will make a great option for a set of faster spinning metal nunchucks. Sandpaper will help you round off the edges that you make in order to make them smooth, and it will allow you to buff off any mistakes that you make. The first step is to measure out the length and cut the rods to the right size. I will be using 12 inches because that is a pretty standard nunchuck size, but you can go from anywhere from 13 to around 10 inches. So simply measure out the length of chuck that you want to use, mark it, and then cut it with a saw so that you can get the proper length of chuck. After you've cut out your nunchucks, you can make sure you did it right by comparing the lengths to make sure they're the same. And then you can take some sandpaper and clear off the edges to make them look nicer. The next step is to take your tape measure, your chuck, and a marking tool and mark about 1/4 of an inch down from the top of the nunchuck, and then make another mark about 3/4 of an inch down, because this will allow you to determine where you'll be drilling your holes. With both of your chucks marked, you can take your nunchuck as well as your nail and hammer into the nunchuck at the points that you've measured out. So at the points that you've marked, what you want to do is hammer into the metal so that you can create a little indent in which you will be drilling. I suggest starting out with a small drill bit first and then moving up to a larger one so that you will be able to drill the hole more easily and correctly. The larger one should correspond approximately with the size of the cord that you are using. After you finish, it should look something like this. There are 2 holes on each side of each nunchuck. I would suggest sanding down the rough edges of your drill holes so that the cord will be more durable and not be cut by those edges. The first step to weaving the cord is to put it through the bottom hole so that the cord is going all the way through the bottom hole like this. That is the first step. The next step is to take the ends of the cord and bring them through the top hole and out the top of the nunchuck. So both sides will be going into the top hole and out of the front. This is what it should look like afterwards. So the cord is going straight through the bottom hole, but for the top hole, each side is going down into the top hole and out of the top of the nunchuck like this. The next step is to take your other nunchuck and go into the top and out of the top hole. So you're taking each side of the cord and going into the top portion and out of the top hole. This is what it should look like now, where one side has cord running through all of the holes and the other side only has cord running through 2 of the holes, and it is going in through the top and out of the sides. Now is the time to determine how long you want the length of cord between your nunchucks to be. I would suggest measuring across the top of your hand and having your nunchucks be that far apart, held onto by the cord. I find this to be the most convenient length if you want to perform moves like wrist rolls. After you've adjusted the length of the cord between your nunchucks to your liking, take the one end of the string and bring it through the bottom hole all the way so that it goes out the other side. Now you should have the 2 long ends hanging off to one side coming out of your nunchuck like this. If you wish to keep your nunchucks adjustable, simply tie a knot between those 2 strings at that point, allowing you to continually change the length of string. You can also tuck the excess string into the nunchuck itself so that it's not hanging loosely like this, but it will allow you to keep changing the length if you wish. For this video, that is what I'll be doing. I'll be tying a knot at the end and cutting off some of the excess so that I can still adjust the length of string between the 2 nunchucks. However, if you'd like to see a more permanent solution to this, be sure to check out my other tutorial where I show you how to actually burn the cord with a candle so they can fuse the ends together and make it look a lot more neat. With your sturdy but simple knot tied, be sure to give your nunchucks a good pull to make sure that they're securely fastened. And then you're off and ready to spin. So I hope that you found this tutorial useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials coming in the future, and go check out some of the other various nunchuck related tutorials that I have on my channel.